Hey, everybody, Thomas here. What we have here is a phenomenal maple log. Doesn't look like much, but I can tell you there's gonna be spalt in here. I know the lighting's not the best with the sun at my back here, but there's gonna be a number of spalt, indicative lines throughout that and everything. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. But look at this. If you know anything about maple, when you start seeing all these nodules and see all these wrinkles and stuff like that, you know that this is going to be absolutely curled up. Everything else, we got a fire going a distance, but yeah, this is going to be primo de primo. And I can even tell you right now, just looking at this section here where it's broken off, there's curl all through this. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, the only thing that's going against me right now is I have very little battery left on my phone, don't have a charger, and yeah, everything about this log, I want to talk more about it, but I really can't. I could go in and throw in a time lapse. We're going to cut this thing up. Hopefully I'll have a chance to get battery, charged up a little bit when we go in for a little break. And yeah, let's see what this thing holds. So this is going to be a time lapse video. Got the Lucas mill going. Also going to be selling the Lucas mill probably this next spring. If anyone's interested, I'll make you a good deal on everything, because we need to make room in this shed here for another tool that we're buying. Long story short, we're not using this as much as I thought we would. Definitely not using it up in Wisconsin, using it a little bit here in Tennessee, but the Timber King mills that we have, they already cut 38 inches wide, and I don't really like handling anything larger than 38 inches wide. If you've ever had to handle anything like this, of this size and everything, the slabs, they take up a lot of space. They're gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but everything's just bigger. Bigger. We have a couple of pieces we're gonna be cutting up here. This is a piece that we cut a while back, and I have some big slabs in there we still have to sell. But right now, my dad is absolutely knocking it out of the park with the 2220 over there, cutting up wood. And our forte is cutting up dimensional pine, poplar, cedar, and then slabbing up everything else. So a lot of good stuff happening here on the farm, and we'll have this mill for sale probably this spring. But we got a few logs we gotta get cut up while we have these logs. All right, enough of me talking. Let's get to cutting. Okay, folks, good thing I actually stopped when I did. The chain that we have on there, it was getting dull, and it was absolutely cutting towards the front or towards the up portion. The log was also kind of wobbling. I had to wedge it there. Long story short, the last cut there, I cut it 2.5 inches thick. On one end it's 2 inches, on the other end it's on one end it's 2.5. On this end close to us, it was at 2. So that slab there is one I'm going to work on because I goobered it up. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change out the blade, or the chain, if you will, to a new one. Get back onto a straight and level, cutting surface. In fact, I might even flip over the blade or the bar there on the freaking chainsaw. We'll see. Let me see what tools I need to do that. Because every so often it's a good idea on these Lucas mills to flip that over to ensure that you're getting even wear. It's got a lot of distance between there. A lot of times it'll sag one way or the other, but if I flip that over, maybe that'll help. Also, in order to keep everything playing, I have my truck here next to us, and I've got everything plugged in. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to run this off of my truck so that I can continue filming, because I was down to 3% battery, run out of battery. But neither here nor there. Let's get back to cutting. I'll put on a hyperlapse. You can see me change out the blade and the chain, everything. We'll see what we can do. When I say blade, the bar, I'll probably flip the bar over and get this thing cut up, because these slabs, Turn around. These slabs here, oh my goodness, folks. These are amazing. Absolutely amazing over there. Just blown away at how pretty these are going to look. I am running out of sunlight, so I need to get my game together and get this thing going. Okay, so we have leveled out the bar. I didn't have to flip it over. What it was is the bar was too tight and it was actually bowed up. I guess it'd be temperature induced and everything, and the aluminum and the titanium bar, whatever. New chain is also on there. It only took us 17 minutes to do all that stuff. Changing out chains on this thing and unwrapping the chain is an absolute pain in the butt on these things, but we've done it. This is going to be a corrective cut because I know it's too thin on this side. Well, excuse me, the last cut was too thin on this side, so it's going to be too thick on this side. It's going to be thin on the other side. So I'm going to just do 2 inches, and no, I'm going to do 2.5. And I got a buddy who can actually shave this down. Plus, we'll take away some of that pith portion. It'll all work out. So I'm going to go down 2.5 inches, make that cut. Also, wintertime, we took the battery off here, so I have to pull start this dang thing each time. Absolutely fantastic. It's just been a great day, folks. And yeah, it's been pretty chilly. All right, I'm gonna do this one as a real-time cut so you can see how this is cutting, especially with the new chain. It ought to cut like a freaking dream. We're using these Oregon Hyper Skip Tooth teeth, and yeah, I think these are like 110 bucks a pop. They've probably even gone up in price from there. When we sell this mill, we're gonna have probably about 10 chains, 8-10 chains to go with it, so quite a few. Yeah, go from there. So let's go ahead and get this cut. First things first, gonna bring it down 2.5 inches on the scales. There. Just seems like more than. No, that's 2.5. Optical illusion. cut should go. Now we know it's going to be thick on that side because my last cut was all goobered up. And that's fine, because now we're back on just straight level. And we cut the pith portion out of that, so that's pretty good. This will be a discounted slab. Next cut's going to be perfecto. That means perfect in Spanish, I think. And these slabs are absolutely gorgeous. Couldn't be happier. And when I take the blade back, you can see it's traveling nice and smooth. Happy with that. All right, reset my gauges. We're gonna do another 2.5 inch drop, because as these slabs are getting this thick, I feel like 2.5 is enough wood for someone to work with to take material off and get her done. Get it finished up real nice. All right. That's a good cut. So I got 2 goobered up slabs, but they can be saved. There'll be discounts. This slab right here should be pretty nice. Yeah, that's a pretty fancy slab. Not as, now we are taking the pith section here, not as much curl going on. There's some spalting and there's some flecking medullary rays. And there was some curl down there, but those outer pieces, the first 3, 4 slabs, those are perfect. All right. And that's a good cut. All right, let's go ahead and throw on another time lapse and everything. We need to go ahead and start getting this cut up. And I'm going to cut as much as I can here, and we may go on to the sawmill. We'll see. All right, folks, these are gorgeous. 10 slabs, and then 11 if you count that. We got the other one at the sawmill. There's figure. I'm talking mucho figure. There's a lot in there. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. All these, then again, this is actually all these lines left to right. That is curl that is naturally in the wood. Whew, these are beautiful. That slab's hard to beat. This one, pretty unique as well. Great epoxy projects. Just, that's 42 inches wide, I believe. And what, 50 inches long? Something like that. Anyways, maybe it's 39, 40, whatever. That's pretty freaking amazing. All these are gorgeous. Even the ones with the pith, pretty nice. That beautiful figure. We're gonna head down to the, look at all that color. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All the spalt. All that good stuff down there. We're going to go down to the sawmill. The 2220 down there. I can hear Dad warming it up. We're going to cut that last section there that I think we measured is 36, 37 inches wide. So we should be able to cut it. I mean, I didn't even show you the beauty in these ones here. These are the ones that mostly have the pith, but look at all this crazy spalt going on in there. Whew. Fancy, fancy. I see a lot of awesomeness in all these slabs right here, and I hope you do too. So the slabber mill ran great once I changed that chain out and then readjusted the bar there. It worked very well. Made a lot of sawdust, lots of sawdust. That thing was really chucking it once we did that. I've had enough talking. Let's go down there, finish up this fantastic maple, and I will throw water, not on these slabs, I'll throw water on the other slabs down there until it looks like, and then you tell me, was it worth it? Because these are coffee tables. Every one of these is a freaking coffee table. It could even be a small kitchen table. These are money. These are money. I'm just blown away. I mean, all that freaking curl stuff in there. That section right there. Woo-wee. All right, come on, let's go. All right, folks, we've got this slab on here. I'm not gonna get a whole lot of this. I really just wanna get maybe 2 good slabs. 2 good slabs. I'm gonna slab 2 inches at a time. But the last 2 are gonna be phenomenal. Phenomenal. So I had to take the chainsaw and trim it ever so much right there. So that's trimmed off. Not a whole lot lost there. I've got it barely catching right there, and I might have to readjust on that one guide bearing right there, because this part's hanging over, or that's high up. I might have to take the chainsaw to it. The slabs I want to get this bottom slab here and 1 slab up. Those are the 2 money slabs right there. Everything else above this, yes, it's nice, but I'm not going to get a whole lot. That's not where the money is. The money is these bottom 2 slabs. That's what we're going to focus on. Just like I was fearing, I gotta take a little bit off. I'm gonna be so freaking close, but I don't want to goober it up. Oh, that's so close. I'm just gonna save a little bit here. Again, I'm not gonna lose for my good slab. I'm just gonna take off a little bit. I'll have to clean those up here in a second. Yeah, these just look awesome as logs, in my opinion. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Unique piece. More cut. Beautiful stuff. I'm probably going to take off just a smidge more with the chainsaw. The part that I left hanging, unless I break it off. So close. Alright. You should be able to get by now. Can't wait to see what this looks like. Okay, folks, now what we've all been waiting for, I'm going to have my dad throw it on these two goofy slabs right here, and then we're going to do a couple others. But these slabs are absolutely gorgeous. Go ahead, Dad. I mean, holy crap, look at that curl. Those are gorgeous. And then this slab right here, Dad, if you don't mind, and then we're going to do that slab too. These are the ones that we just cut on the sawmill. Goodness gracious. And then this last one right here. And that should be all, because we've got some literally sub-zero temperatures coming here to Tennessee. There's going to be a snowstorm here soon, and I've actually got to get back up to Wisconsin. But folks, that is gorgeous. I mean, oh my goodness. That is not blade marks. That is the actual curl in the wood. I'm talking, these are something else. These are like the $1 million maples I cut. Look at all that. Look at all that. That is just redunculous, the absolute amount of curl and beauty that's in this wood. Every one of these is going to be gorgeous like this. Not Sawmills. No, it's not Sawmills. It is totally curl. That's how ridiculous that. I mean, that's an amazing. So if you ever see a maple log that has all those nodules, here we go, all these nodules and stuff on the outside, and then you'll start seeing the compression of the grain on the outside. Yeah, you've got a fantastic log right there. So the count is, you won't believe this, but I have all these slabs, 13 slabs. That's not including that weird diagonal one right there, or there's a little one there and there's another one behind here. There's 13 large slabs. I mean, 2.5 inches thick. Like, I think these ones are like 2.5. This one here, it doesn't do it justice, but that right there is absolutely gorgeous in there. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff right there. And you can see the transition right here between where the water is, where the water's not. Just look at that, just color variation there. I cannot wait to work these. I'm debating on which ones I'm going to take. You know, you get the Sawyer's choice. I'm thinking one of these two right here. They're phenomenal. Maybe I like this one. Dad likes that one, so maybe we'll keep these two slabs for ourselves, and then we'll sell the other 11 slabs. Even these smaller pieces here, just pretty neat stuff there. This monstrosity right here, that is a coffee table or a small kitchen table all by itself. That's just amazing. Amazing looking stuff. I'm just flabbergasted how good this looks. If you've ever cut maple, you may have come across maple like this. These type of maple logs are my absolute favorite. And, you know, I've cut a handful like this, but this color is amazing. Also, speaking of color, look at that, way out there in the distance. That's an awesome Tennessee sunset right there. Yeah, we're out here enjoying the last little bit before I get up to Wisconsin again. This right here is also another maple log. I'm not sure how much we're gonna get out of there. There's a whole lot of dirt and debris in there. We'll probably take the chainsaw do some hacking on this and see what we can get.
Cut it and lifted it. You had a snake nest in there and about 20 eggs fell out.
Really? Awesome. Yeah, you never know what you're going to find in a log sometimes. Lucas mill, she ran great. We just got to get a battery put back on there and everything. And again, probably the springtime we'll be selling that. We got a couple more logs we got to cut up. So if you're interested in that, please comment down below and everything. And you can send me an email. We can talk numbers and everything. But I really like this mill. We just don't use it as much as I thought we would. We have cut some amazing stuff out of it. But really, in all actuality, it's kind of a pain in the butt to cut slabs of this size and everything. And for what we do in our business and everything, it's easier just to stick with the smaller logs. Don't get me wrong, these right here are pretty freaking amazing. But we don't get logs like this as often as I thought we would. And the ones that we do get like this are oftentimes loaded with metal. So that's no fun. There you go, folks. Hope you found this video enjoying. We did some Lucas mill cutting. We did some Timber King 2220 cutting. All in all, we have 13 amazing slabs to work with, and then a couple smaller ones to piddle fart around with. Please like, subscribe. Looking forward to moving down here next summer. We're going to do some amazing stuff. We've got a timber frame home we're going to be building. I got some timber frame stuff we're going to be making in Wisconsin to learn how to do some of the joinery. And yeah, please, I'd love to have you along for the journey. And if you have any questions or comments, please write down below. All right, we'll see you around. Be safe. Thanks.